Hey everyone, I'm Alyssa and I'm really into thrifting, vintage, and secondhand fashion, so welcome. Today we are going to be going thrifting, maybe one, maybe more stores. So let's go, but first I just want to go through my wish list really quickly. So the number one thing on my list is a silver vintage watch, also a gold heart locket necklace, as well as denim overalls. These have been on my list for years, and I'm still trying to find the perfect pair with the perfect fit. And finally, a black, sort of simple, basic mini skirt. And also, I'm trying to remind myself not to buy more velvet dresses because I really don't need more velvet dresses. I have so many. Okay, and that's everything, so let's get going. Today we are starting off in the most beautiful place, aka Value Village. I glanced through the sweaters and saw this really cute cranberry one, but was mainly on my way over to the dresses where I found this iconic 80s party dress. It is giving pink princess in the best way. Then I found this wild 80s t-shirt material kind of turtleneck maxi dress, which is something I have never seen before, but I thought it was very unique. I also saw this pretty blue dress with a pleated skirt and a fun balloon sleeve in such a beautiful baby blue color. It was super sweet. This one was a bit of a wild card because it is a floor-length jersey material Puma dress. I have never seen anything like this before. It's just kind of wild. Then I found this 70s dress, which has actually been here for a couple of months, and I found it in a short that I made a while back. It looks very antique, almost like a late 1800s walking suit, but I'm pretty sure it's from the 70s. This purple button-up dress is also still here from that same short that I made, and I can't believe somebody hasn't bought it yet. It is so pretty. It's just not my size, unfortunately. Then I found this glorious velvet and polka dot dress, which I immediately picked up to try on because it is so extremely 80s that I simply could not resist. Now, please enjoy a montage of me finding two other velvet dresses. I skimmed through the skirts but didn't find much this time, though I found this really cool vintage vest with beading on the leaves, which I thought was really, really pretty. I also found this faux fur and velvet jacket that looks like it kind of belongs in Narnia. It's a very Christmassy vibe, so I was super into it. My arms are too powerful for this dress. Cute. Too cute. Too strong. Far too strong. Pretty? It's actually kind of cute. I found this adorable China espresso cup, which is just so cute. And is it just me, or does anyone else have to open up these crystal vessels too? They are very alluring and sparkly, and I can't resist them. I don't know what it is. I just really like them. I also saw that the vintage Dior heels from one of my previous shorts are still here, and I guess it kind of makes sense because they're like a size 6. And at long last, my white whale, I finally found a dainty vintage silver watch after almost an entire year of searching at every single thrift store I went into, so I am extremely happy with my find. So the next day, I decided to go thrifting again, and this time I started at Mintage, which is specifically a curated vintage shop. And they have some really, really beautiful pieces, and it's really fun to see things that you wouldn't often find at your like local big box thrift stores. And they also have some cool reworked vintage items like these pants. I did a quick look through the skirts and found these floral beauties, and then I went into the dresses. And there are so many dresses here, and they are gorgeous. It's honestly just crazy. I thought the check pattern and cut of this dress was really, really sweet, and this blue one looked like it was maybe from the 60s or 70s. Very, very cool. This pink dress was also super cute and flouncy, but it wasn't the right size, so I couldn't try it on, unfortunately. I loved the colors in this collared dress, and it had a matching belt, which is my kryptonite. This denim dress with the white and red accented piping was really, really cool too. And I loved the tiny floral pattern on this blue dress as well. This quintessential 80s dress reminded me a lot of the two that I found in Japan, but this one is actually backless, which is an amazing detail. And I'm kind of choked that I didn't try this on. They had 3 of these really pretty green dresses too, so I think that they might have been bridesmaid dresses. And I also found this incredible 80s jumpsuit with gold mismatched buttons, which was so unique, and I was super into it. Then I headed into the changing room to try on a few pieces like this little cami. Too tight. A little bit loose. Pretty though. I also tried on these reworked pants made out of jeans and cargo pants, and they were really cool, but not really my style, so I ended up leaving them behind. They have really beautiful vintage accessories, and I had to pull myself away from these little purses because they are so pretty, but so impractical. Like, what would I put in them? Next, we went to a Value Village boutique, which honestly, at this particular location, was not really worth the boutique name in my opinion. They had a lot of fast fashion brands and not a lot of like higher quality or vintage pieces. There are a few other boutique locations that I think are a little bit better. I did think that these shoes were really pretty though, and they had a few cool looking vintage sweaters. It was a lot of work to sort through all the duds though. They had a couple cute skirts, but at this point I was too hungry to try anything on, so we kind of abandoned ship. I am proud of myself for not buying this velvet top though, because I have a similar one at home. Shout out to the disco ball in the basement of this store though, I love it. Then it was time to get some thrifting fuel, aka tacos, and they were divine. Next we went to Wildlife, which I had never been to before, and they actually had some really cool homewares and decor, as well as some interesting vintage pieces, like this jacket with a funky foliage pattern that I thought would be perfect for fall. Then I zoomed over to the dress section, which is how I generally judge the vibe of a thrift store based on what kind of dresses they have, and it's sort of my comfort zone. I found a couple of pretty dresses like this dark blue one with a ditzy little floral pattern, and this really, really beautiful white dress, which was certainly too small but very unique. I quickly checked the skirts, but nothing was really hitting for me, so we walked a couple of blocks over to Leo's Vintage, and they had some fun sweaters like this ski one. Their outerwear was also really good, like this color-blocked jacket, which I really liked, and this cropped 80s kind of puffer style jacket, which I thought was super cool. I loved the collar and ruffles on this blouse, but it was a little bit expensive, so I didn't end up trying it on. The prices were definitely a bit higher here, but it's more curated, so it kind of makes sense. They also had a few really gorgeous slips and nighties that I had to strongly resist buying because I don't really know how I would wear them in real life, and they are too pretty to be worn just at home. I was low-key obsessed with this lilac lace ruffly dress, which looks like it's from kind of the 70s, but it was super tiny, so I couldn't try it on. I also wish I could pull off these glorious 80s power suit dresses, but my bodacious boot is just too big for them, so it's not really gonna work for me, unfortunately. I mostly just liked the name that they gave this one, which is green denim cowboy dress. I mean, who doesn't want a cowboy dress? That sounds amazing to me. I really loved the floral pattern and colors on this dress, and the denim and crochet jumpsuit was truly something I have never seen before. It is a one-of-a-kind piece for sure. The last thing that I found was this little pink polka dot dress, which was so sweet. And with that, it is time to head home. Okay, so we are back home and it is time to go through our treasures. Although, disclaimer, I only got one thing from my most recent thrift trip, which is honestly surprising, but I'm kind of proud of myself for not buying every single thing that I saw. But what I did get was like the number one thing on my wish list, which is this little dainty silver vintage watch, and I am so happy with it. It's kind of similar to the gold one that I'm wearing right now, but this one is in silver, and so it'll go with all of my silver jewelry and everything, and I am just very excited about this. Alrighty, so the next thing that I got is this Nike Sherpa sort of fleece fuzzy jacket, and it is so cozy, and I love the big sort of color blocked graphic on the front. And this jacket is actually reversible, which is kind of cool. So it's like a windbreaker and a fleece, and it's so extremely cozy, and I really love it. I got this one at Refresh Vintage, and they have a lot of kind of street style, streetwear and stuff like that, but they have some other pieces too. But this I pretty much instantly fell in love with. I scoped it through their window on their like opening day for their store, and I got in line and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to try on that jacket. And so I ran in and I grabbed it, and it fit, and I'm very, very happy and excited about it. Okay, so the next piece that I got is actually also from Refresh Vintage, and it's a gift that I got for Christmas from my partner. We've been searching high and low for an actual vintage authentic Ferrari jacket because we are big F1 Ferrari stands in this house. It's very important. And so I was absolutely thrilled when we got this jacket, and it is from the 80s, and it's got the Italian flag colors, and it's just a really, really beautifully constructed, super, super cool vintage jacket, and I'm obsessed with it. It is amazing. Yes. The next thing that I got is this 80s floral cardigan, and it's such a beautiful knit. It's got pink and purple flowers. It's super cozy. It's a wool blend, I think. Lamb's wool and acrylic, yes. And it's so cozy, and I think it'll be good for spring because where I live, it doesn't really get warm until like June. So when everybody's wearing their florals, I will be wearing my wool floral sweater, and I'm really excited about it. I got this one at Villa Vintage in Whistler, and I was kind of shocked that they had a couple vintage stores there when I was there on vacation this winter, and it's super cool, and I really like it, so I'm excited to style it, you know, in the winter leading into spring. It'll be a good season for it. The next thing that I got is this beautiful wool cardigan with this mountain scene on it and these little trees. It's pretty much the coolest cardigan I've ever seen. It's super cozy and it's a little bit cropped. And yeah, I just thought it was really cute. And I ended up getting it from Refresh Vintage again. They just have like a lot of good stuff, what can I say? But I got it to wear on my trip to Whistler where I got that other sweater. So yeah, it's really cozy and warm and just the perfect cardigan for winter. It's super cute with the collar too. And the pattern kind of goes along the back as well. Yeah, so I really like this one. It's perfect for wintertime. Okay, and the last thing in the kind of outerwear sweater category that I got is, of course, this vintage graphic wintertime kind of Christmas vibes crew neck, and it's got like the super classic 80s like kind of tealish green, the pink and the purple. It's even got some sparkles on it and some kind of like very old faded puffy paint for the snow on the little scenes of like a little village, and it's so cute, and it's really worn in. It's like a nice thin kind of cotton fleece, so it's not too heavyweight, but it's really nice for layering something underneath. Yeah, and I just have worn it a lot this Christmas time, so it's gotten a lot of wear, and I'm excited to pull it out again next winter when it starts snowing. And yeah, it's like the perfect winter vibe that's not exclusive to Christmas because it's got the kind of pastel color tone, so I've been wearing it after Christmas as well. All right, so moving into vests, which is another fun category of clothing that I've been trying to get more into lately, and I've been searching for a really good quality vintage denim vest for quite a long time. It's been at the top of my wish list for quite a while, and I was so happy when I found this one also, I think at Refresh Vintage. This is not a sponsorship, I promise, but I just really love their stuff. It's been hitting really hard lately. And yeah, it's a Ralph Lauren denim vest, which I think will be super cute for layering, especially in the spring and the fall, but with like a little floral dress underneath, or even like a t-shirt or no shirt, wearing it just as a top, I think would be really cute as well. So I'm excited for the potential for styling with this, and I'm looking forward to exploring that a little bit more in the coming months. And another vest that I got is from Mintage Mall, which is like a big sort of vintage store slash mall with a couple of different sellers in it, and they have some really good vintage pieces. Everything there is vintage, like different varying levels. This one is from the 80s, and it's just this really cool floral vest. I know it's not for everybody, it's definitely a vibe, but the 80s sitcom mom is my vibe, so I love it. And I'm excited to also style this in the spring and summer with like a blouse underneath or a turtleneck or a t-shirt or anything. So I think that will be really fun. And yeah, I did wear this in my previous video when I was talking about my trip to Japan, and I think that styling it with that like long sleeve blouse will be really cute for the spring. So I'm excited to do that a little bit more. Okay, and moving into the t-shirts and tops, I got both of this and the next t-shirt from Refresh Vintage as well. This one is kind of a baby tee style. It's a vintage Wrangler graphic tee from either the late 90s or early 2000s, and I just really liked the red sort of piping around the sleeves and neckline. I thought it was a really cute detail to elevate a little bit more of like a basic graphic tee, but it was also kind of filling a gap in my wardrobe because for some reason all of my graphic tees are very old and faded at this point. They're all more like sleep shirts or working out shirts than they are actual shirts that I would wear in an outfit, so this was definitely filling that gap, which is how I justified buying it. And yeah, I think it'll be really cute in all seasons, but especially spring. Okay, and the next shirt is this vintage t-shirt from the 90s, which is like a Florida kind of vacation tee. But what really called me to it were the colors. So the teal and the purple kind of turtleneck design thing underneath the collar, which is a cool detail, and also the fact that it's on the sleeves too. Like if you fold it down, it's just a teal sleeve, but when you cuff it, it has the purple underneath. So I thought that that was a really cool detail, and it's actually like a really high quality cotton t-shirt. I didn't crop this. I guess the person who'd owned it before me cropped it, and it's like a little bit uneven, so I might go through and actually hem it, although I'm trying to not take too much length off because I really like the length that it is right now, but I'll probably hem it to make it look a little bit more finished. Yeah, but I'm really excited about this t-shirt, and I'm excited to wear it in the summertime, go to the beach, have those coastal Florida grandma vibes. All right, and moving into skirts, I happened to also get this skirt at Refresh, and it is a 70s Lee's denim maxi skirt, and it's just a really beautiful cut. So it really cinches in the waist, and then it kind of hugs the hips, but it flows out. And because it's a lighter denim, it's actually quite flowy at the bottom, and it has really beautiful movement. And because it's light, I think it'll be good to wear in spring and summer too. So I'm really looking forward to getting a chance to style this because I bought it in winter, and obviously like I'm afraid to wear it in the rain and the muck because I do not want the bottom to get stained. So I'm going to have to be really, really careful and not, you know, eat soup wearing this. And yeah, I'm a very messy person, so I'm a little bit scared to own a old item of clothing that is this kind of rare and valuable to me, and try and keep it pristine, so fingers crossed for me. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. And this skirt I actually found in a Come Thrift With Me short that I released a couple of weeks or a month ago maybe, and it is this blue corduroy made of 100% cotton, and it's from Northern Reflections, which is a really good vintage brand. I think that they might be Canadian, so I don't know if they have it in other countries. But yeah, it's maxi length, and it is super cute. It's got like the belt loops and everything, and the styling potential for this is kind of endless in fall and winter. So I'm really trying to get as much wear out of it as I possibly can this winter before it gets too warm for it. But I'm really loving it so far. And I got this one at Value Village, so it was like $8 or something, which is kind of a steal for a piece of this quality, so I'm really happy with it. The next dress that I got is from, I think, Vula Vintage in Whistler, and it's this really cool plaid pattern. I've been looking for a plaid dress for quite a while, especially to wear in fall time, and I got this kind of at the end of fall, so I wore it a few times, and then I kind of just put it away for the winter, so hopefully I'll get more use out of it again this coming fall. Not that you can't wear it in other seasons, but it just seems so typically fall to me that I kind of want to wear it in that season especially. And I like that it is a bit of a midi length, it's got pockets, and it's sleeveless, so you can wear a blouse under it, you can wear a turtleneck under it, a t-shirt or anything, and it's really cute and lots of options for layering. And yeah, I'm really happy that I got this one finally, and I could check that off my wish list because it has been on the list for a very, very long time. So this is one of those pieces that I've been looking for, and when I finally found it, I immediately bought it. Well, actually, that's not true. What I did was I saw it out of the corner of my eye when we were there, and for some reason I didn't try it on, and then we left, and then a few hours later I was like, oh my gosh, we have to go back. I all of a sudden registered that this dress was there, and I was like, no, I need to try this on, I need to get it. So I ran back, and thankfully they still had it, and I tried it on, and I was like, yeah, this is coming home with me. So I don't know what I was thinking when I barely registered it the first time, but I'm super glad that I got it the second time. I got this little sort of late 80s or early 90s floral maxi dress from, I think, Mintage, which is different from Mintage Mall. They're like the same owner, but two different stores in Vancouver. So this one is from Mintage, and they have the most beautiful dresses. And yeah, it's a 3/4 length sleeve. It's got cute little buttons. It's got a tie in the back, and it has sort of 2 slits on each side of the buttons in the front. So it lays really beautifully, and it has really cool movement. And the first day that I wore this, I got literally so many compliments on my outfit that day, and so to me that's a good sign that this is like a really awesome piece, and I'm excited to get more use out of it in the spring. So this little black velvet sort of t-shirt style dress I got in Whistler at F as in Frank. I didn't know that they had a location there, but it turned out that they did, so I had to stop there when we were there, and I think it was on sale. I got it for like $10, which is kind of shocking and amazing because I've been looking for specifically a velvet dress in this style for quite a while, because the ones that I have are a little bit more formal or like more wintry, and this one I thought, because it's a t-shirt length and it is mini, you can style it in a bunch of different ways, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like a winter formal event for you to get use out of it. So I'm really, really happy with this one. And yeah, I think it's just so cute. And last but certainly not least, I think this might be one of my favorite dresses ever. And I just got it at Value Village. I think it was maybe around $10 or $12. But it is this super cute dark blue and purple floral dress, and it's got little buttons here and it ties up in the back. It's a bit more of like a baby dollar kind of empire waistline, which isn't a cut that I normally wear, but I'm getting more into it, and this one is so flowy and cute, and I think it'll be good in spring and summer and even fall. And I actually have tried styling it with my denim vest that I got, and I think that's really cute too. It's giving Phoebe Buffet, it's giving Friends early seasons, which is a really fun vibe. And yeah, I'm really, really happy that I got this one. And oh my gosh, I actually forgot to film this when I was doing the outerwear, but it is a vintage YSL blazer that I found at Refresh. And it is a really cool sort of dark brown with burgundy and blue pinstriping. And it actually has such a beautiful cut to it, and I can't believe that we found this. It was a pretty good deal too. So this is definitely a forever piece, and I'm really excited to style it. Thanks for watching. If you like thrifty, vintage, and secondhand content, feel free to subscribe and give a like. Also, let me know down in the comments below what your favorite find was and what you think I should have got, because I definitely do have some thrift regrets. And I'll see you next time. Bye.